Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Trade Ideas Live, November the 20th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Can I get a quick sound check, please? Now, D2s, are you talking about their light, IB light? Or are you talking about everything now? I haven't seen an announcement from them that it's yes. That is a for sure IB light. It's important to us because that's what we connect to. From them. Anyway, guys, so I finally did it. Yeah, okay, so it's not, yeah, okay. It's still half a second. Yeah, guys, I finally did it. I've been saying I was going to, what are we now, Wednesday? So I finally did it. I decided to take this one, and now you'll notice I'm paper trading it. My real money. It's better than the paper trade. I actually just wanted to do the paper. People have asked me, can you actually use IB, the paper trading market? So I wanted to do it. But anyway, bottom line is this. Now, why did I do this? Crazy low float situations, relatively expensive stock, huge. So I was able to get in at 23.53 and I sold at 30 and 26.20 on the way down, and I'm completely out of it. We'll see what the market opens. But and again I traded it just to show how it can be done. Paper traded this one, the CGI. Yeah, yeah, you never know, Martin. You never know. I'm a little disappointed it didn't keep going up. I said I would try to do something. And I finally did it. So said I was going to take one of these higher price stocks when it's a bio. Anyway, let's take a look at what else is. I mean, look at Target. Boy, what a retailer. Target earnings play, all-time high. Goes to Urban earnings play. Urban gap down on earnings. RBN. That is correct. It does not. And of course, CGIX. That's the other one. I well, I didn't miss it. I mean, I saw it, of course, but I did paper trade it. Missed it because I'd obviously concentrate like crazy on the AR. Do them both. But the CGIX, so it's cut double here. We've got it's an earnings play, and they're also put themselves up for a merger or a sale. CGIX, and another one of these really crazy low float situations. We're split at some point. Anybody have a problem getting into the trading room this morning? Getting a lot of people saying they're having problems. Just 1 second, please. You know what? You're right. I did see that this morning. Just 1 second. guys, I'm just. So that's on our. And we're trying to make it as easy as possible to get into the room. Sorry, guys. I'm just development right now. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I had to, it was there. At least I thought it was there, and I hovered over it and it appeared. I keep going here. Intelsat is trying to recover here. MYOV is still MYOV of 50 cents. See if it has morning or today. Remember, it got as high as 17 yesterday. And our friend KRTX, the one that started us off this week, KRTX, I mean it's still up there. You can paper trade the pre-market. Yeah, you have to put the market price in here. You can't go in at market. You have to put the price in here, okay? You have to look at the low is another earnings play. Low, another earnings play. Big hit also. Looks like this is an all-time high. How's Home Depot doing? So had earnings yesterday. So low a little Home Depot. Another little one here. This was so active. ELTK. This is an earnings play. You got to keep an eye on this one. Valuation 1.39 million in the float. So definitely keep an eye on this one, especially over 5. Yesterday it hit 554. Let's see, that's back in August. It hit all the way up to 7. This could have a lot of activity here, ELTK. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just trying to that we're talking about trying to get into the room here. So my size, another one, MYSZ, my size, another gap up, and I did see some, 2 new features for my allowing, et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, there's a little bit of, yeah, you have to put it in. You can't go in at market. Okay. PDD is another. It's an earnings play. This could be. Also, PDD is an earnings play, big gap down for it. You can see that if it can take up here on that weekly, which is just hovering above, room to fall, PDD. And I also notice that QD continues its descent here. This is the 3rd day down after earnings. I think the reason they do that in terms of not being able to go in at market and in the pre-market, I guess they're looking at it as protection mode. Of course, in the pre-market, you can get horrible spreads. You go in at the market, $2 off the ask, and so they take a look at the price, and if you still want to do it, fine, I guess. BRY is petroleum. It's gapping down still. That gap, yeah, the big gap down yesterday, along with CRC. Both, yeah, they look almost the same. CRC is having a bit of a bounce though. I haven't thought about Resi this morning somewhere. Actually, I forgot. I better put that price alert. 1068 is the price alert. At all yet for Resi? BRY ring over and over now. Look at this. What a gap now. Down 15%. BRY. Sorry, guys. We're trying to figure out why the enter trading room has disappeared unless you hover over it. No, and this one also, END, is it P? Yeah, they had a little bit of news this morning. Not a low float though, $250 million in the float. It did hit 481 in the pre-market. I have actually a price alert set around 5, a little over 5. It's got a lot of room. Well, obviously, guys, I'd be out of this. I mean, I'm just going to get out of this right now. RAV, again, I was just trying to make sure I knew a pre-market order. This is really giving it up. The other low float, more expensive bios. No, oh, sorry, there's another one, ARMN. AMRN was gapping down. What time is it? 9. Quickly, I'm sorry, guys. We're just trying to get that button visible so people can get into the trading room. All right, we're going to take a look at to see what sort of have this morning. More downgrades and upgrades. To mention the cannabis stocks. Cannabis having a little bit of a resurgence here. A little bit. Look at the index float, CGC. CGC, I see actually upgrade this morning from Merrill. A lot of wow, a lot of downgrades. WRY, 3 of them I can see. All right, there are some of the upgrades, some of the downgrades for this morning from for a RAV, you know, I mean, that's not like the other ones, guys. I mean, the other ones had pullback and they, you know, market open. The other ones, I mean, the MYOV, KRTX, it little pullbacks in the pre-market, but no, that's a pretty big one. Yeah, DFFN, that's a, yeah, you can have it. It's a lot of volume, a lot of volume. Safe is on the move here. Now this is another, it's not a but, and I don't know why it's going up like this. Insider buying. It's a low float, 18 million. Again, a little scanner just for low float, more expensive. So there's Safe. And that looks like it's almost lifetime high. I guess that's the lifetime high. For Safe, back at 36. Oh, financing? Hasn't hit my headline yet. Oh, there it is, 2 million, yeah. It was on the 18th. I see that. Hello, Hileo. Yeah, I can see right now, but the number of people in the room, definitely an issue of trying to get into the room. Okay, so are you talking about right here? You've got Brokerage Plus up, remember? Right there. Are you talking about the simulator? Julio? And have you been able to do it before? You've been able to connect it before? I mean, okay, I'm not going to be able to help you. So I'll just give you the home page. Before, and somehow it's not being connected now. I have no idea. You know, it's obviously could be a port issue and every day. Okay, so somebody might see what's going on. I don't know. So you can start a live chat right. In the room, you know that already. It's just people who don't know that who can't. We do know that, Chris. That's the issue. I said, I know it's there somewhere, so I hovered over it and there it appeared. That's crazy. That's on. Yeah, eye on the move. It was safety. So what? I'm sorry. Somebody said it was at $36. $34 financing. So it's, wow, it's financing right now. Okay, guys, 9:26. So I'm just going to shut this down or close that off and close down a couple other things. I'm trying to get to the bottom. We have a couple of little buggy things happening on our website. So yeah, BRY, maybe some support right around here. I mean, it's almost there. I mean, look at that weekly chart. Okay, if you're not, well, okay. Maybe have to do a refresh. You need to open, it's your price alert window, Paula. When was it? 9:27. So it's your price alert window, new price alerts window, okay? So you open that up, and then you can start setting price alerts on your charts. And if you minimize it, if you minimize the window, when you get an alert, it's up. I also put a sound alert on it. No, oh, that's a new one. That's right. Okay, that was a new one. But if I go to my price alerts window down here, there we go. So here's my price alert window. So I minimize it, and so when I get an alert, it'll pop up on my screen. Okay. And I also put a sound alert on it, just in case you're away from your screen and you're listening with a wireless headset. So you can come racing back and you can see the price alert. When you say it doesn't look like that, what do you mean? I mean, you're not going to have the same alerts. It should be blank, probably, nothing in it. When you say it doesn't look like that, what 928, I just have to make sure what do you mean it doesn't look like that? Doesn't have the same columns, or these are all columns that you can add. Here are all the columns that you can add. So in other words, it is customizable. I mean, if you click on price alerts window, I mean, it has to pop up. Again, the market's going to open in less than 30 seconds. So let me get back to you, okay? If this doesn't pop up, because there's nothing really you have to do. But these are all columns that you can add. You know, it's up to you to create the look you want. All right, guys, market's going to open in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are now open. Well, Ocean, yeah, with IBK, you can see level 2. Interactive brokers, yeah, I mean, it's just an option within Interactive Brokers. Okay, and if you want to follow still time to load my windows here, guys, from the channel bar, new channel, Barry's Windows. Okay, remember, it's a layout So make sure if you have a layout already on your screen, do not click on any one of these within the channel for all layouts unless you have saved your layout to the cloud, okay? Otherwise your layout will be gone and you won't be happy. You can only have one layout loaded at a time. But if you want to follow these two windows here plus this one, that's what you do. Nothing will trigger till at least 5 minutes into the market. All right, I'm Matt on the way down a little bit. Avaya is a little earnings play. Actually, a lot of volume. AVYA. BRY. Wow, big area for this to try to hold. BRY, trying to hold this area. It looks like it's failing to do so. Right there. Nutanix, NTNX. Big area to break for Nutanix. November 25th post-market. So it's coming up. Earnings are coming up. All right, so CGIX is a no now. Okay, so ARAV maybe has put in a base, but this is that's a big pullback, guys. So be careful. Am I still tracking? Yeah, I'm still tracking wow. FASV, yes. Now, yeah, see, first two, three, I mean, it will trigger, but it's only 31,000 shares. Relative volume is great. It's in my watch list, but it won't trigger until it gets 150,000 shares, number one. It is through the 200-day moving average. Remember, we waited on this one all day yesterday. Didn't take it out. And so I have to see. The volume has to increase, though. And PDD, PAGS is on the way down. PAGS, this is an earnings play. Released after hours yesterday. Big gap down for PAGS, guys. Look at that takeout of the weekly chart. All sorts of room down to that 26 level. So this could be disaster. PAGS. CGC. Yeah, CGC's on, guys. Take a look at MJ. So MJ up a little bit today. Cannabis ETF. CGC is definitely putting in a really decent move here. Lots of volume too. Neptune. That's this little one. NEP. NEPT. Yeah, it's doing. And BGNY. Now, remember our SDC from yesterday, guys. SDC. So there's an AI alert yesterday, triggering right now my watch list, 903. see it, make sure it holds at 9, has lots of room, SDC. PDD on the way down here, PDD 3043, the trigger, you know, I mean, there's the low. Next looking left is 3002. Takes out 30, look out. I don't think there's any support for 30 for PDD. All right, wow, ENDP guys, screaming higher here. They do have news this morning. It's not a low float, quarter of a billion. They don't all have to be low, but I still think it's, you know, I would wait for a 5. Urban is an earnings play. URN, what's the market doing? The market is soft right now, cover a little bit. All right, so for me on the SDC, I'm just gonna, where's the high? 913, 920. I'm gonna stick an alert around 910. Because it's still, you know, you could have still some resistance right around that area. But if it can take out those two, then sky's the limit for a while. Okay, for the SDC, just take a look at that daily chart. You get a high right there. High right there of 913, high right there of 920. So it really has to clear that. After that, it's got a lot of room. I think up to that point, it could struggle a little bit. Same with the ENDP. I really think it has to take out 5. But again, one of these ones that takes out 5, or this area here, which is about 520. Okay, so see, it's trying. Man, what a disaster the ARAV was. This goes to show, guys, they don't all work. They don't all work just because, I mean, I thought one might be the one that, who knows, gets the 30, 40, 50, 60, 100. The float just like the other ones did, but not even close. Granted, I didn't really read the release. FUV on the move here. FUV. Where are you out of? Oh, Oregon. Okay. That might have been a South American stock, but FUV, low float, 9.2 in the float. I don't see any specific reason for this pop. Okay, so urban has been up and down, okay? Trying to look at the bottoming tail there. So now it's taking out the pre-market lows, RBN. So you have to let this thing settle down. Well, CYTK, no trigger yet because the volume is low, but CYTK can move here, guys. Some of the, I know some may have been swinging this one from yesterday. CYTK, that was from my watch list yesterday. All right, so the two big high flyers this morning are just really giving it up. IX and ARAV. No Neos interesting this morning. Usually Neo has a couple of early ones, but no Neos this morning. When sinking here, HUYA, not an earnings play. Not sinking, but it's down 2.6%, triggering right here the momentum. Okay, so again, a little uncertainty right now. The PDD, big gap down, but bottoming tail, it has popped up, PDD. Well, when you right click, configure, tell me the list you have. Like, were they popping up yesterday? Symbol list. Tell me what's checked. Well, when you say you just added, you mean just added it, because you're not going to see the previous ones. If you mean you literally just added it, you probably see just the top ones. Also, right click. Okay. Yeah, any alert window, if you just add an alert, if you open an alert window right now, you're going to see all the previous alerts. You're just going to see that, like, usually you just see the last one. That's it. So look at the uncertainty here. I mean, there's the PDD 3043 on the short, now PDD 31 on the long. So uncertainty right now for the PDD. Same with the urban. I'm shying away from those two right now. But the SDC, guys, okay. Oh, I had to do it. I mean, it's that 920 was the big area. You see 920. No, it gets back to 920, I'm out. Look at this, guys. I mean, look at the SDC. So again, drawing your attention. There was the alert yesterday. 8:34, 9:44 now. So again, trying to reemphasize, this is not just only for day trading, okay? And I said this yesterday. I said, look at SDC. If it can get into this area, this morning too, of course, but if it can get into this area, I mean, look at the room. Okay, so AIV just got halted. I'm just taking 940. So some at 940. We're really trying to showcase or highlight and showcase the fact that things from the AI can be definitely swung. Everybody asks the same question over and over. You know, I'm looking for ideas for swing trades. Anything you see here can be a swing trade depending on how much room it's got on the daily, weekly, monthly charts, how well it closes. It's, you know, if you're going to want to swing it, look left, exactly. Yeah, Grub is on the move here. I took off my watch list. Or did I? Well, it won't trigger unless it takes out yesterday. Yesterday's high is 4160. Stick an alert up there. It doesn't have a watch list. I'll just stick a price alert there. Okay, so Paulo, what happens when you click new and price alerts window? What happens? You're using the app, right? So when you say it is blank, okay, well, when you say blank, what do you mean by blank exactly? You mean, obviously, these are my price alerts. You're not going to have your price alerts. These are my price alerts, right? Say blank, you mean there's nothing. Yeah, it's blank, but you do have columns, right? Okay, so when you say blank, you just mean, is that correct? No, that's not what you mean. Okay, do me a favor. You've got the window. Never mind you saying it's blank. You've got the window open. Oh, you're not about these ones. I thought you were talking about our price alerts window. There are no alerts yet. Okay. Well, there are alerts by the AI. There are no alerts yet. I mean, that's why it's blank. Is that what you mean? Left of Grub. You're not this one in Brokerage Plus. Okay. To the right of Grub. Okay, you're talking Barry's window. Are you talking about these windows? Barry's watch list down. Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, you know, you started talking. No, these are not triggered by the AI. This is me. This is me. These are my windows. Okay. AI is completely different. This is the AI. This is a watch list I create for you guys every day. And these are the ones that have triggered from it. It's got nothing to do with the AI. Two different things. Meanwhile, EAF 1459, 1480. That makes sense? Create a watch list every day. It's got zero to do with the AI. Okay, well, that's an alert, and that's it. That's the AI window. I sense we're not communicating. Okay, so are you talking about now the strategy trades? You're talking about this, or are you talking about my watch list? A watch list. Which one are you talking about? Okay. Videos. Okay, so go to new channel bar videos. Okay, that's how you see these. Plus this. Look at EAF on the move. But remember, it's a layout. It's a layout, Paula, okay? So before anything in a channel bar, make sure you save your layout to the cloud. You can only have one at a time. So this is a layout from my windows. That is a layout. So before you do anything, make sure you lay out to the cloud. Yeah, meanwhile, PDD is ripping higher here. Yeah, SDC gold. Meanwhile, I keep one eye on it as I'm explaining things. It is a challenge to trade and to, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. Do I still like mod? Let's see. Well, I mean, there's what's the volume like? See, the volume is not great. I mean, at that level, 682, but it's not a lot of. All right, guys, sorry about that. A lot of emails coming in. No, listen, I'm not doing it both, okay? My recommendation, I'm only using B plus for paper trading, okay? I'll be highlighting our simulation all the time. I'm just using my broker's account to do the trades. Okay, I do not want to get it can be complicated if I try to use this for both. You know, I have to make sure I'm checking on one or the other. So no, I'm going to be highlighting our simulation. You know, that's my recommendation. I mean, you start trying to go back and forth, make a mistake, and that's something, especially with what I do. I'm just not going to do. All right, BRY on the way down still. Okay, Daniel, I can help you with that. So are you watching me? Watching and you can hear me. Okay, the first thing you should do, create an alert window or a top list window on how you want to monitor the watch list, your symbol list, okay? That's the first thing, that's the easy start. So, create an alert window, because if you create a watch list, obviously you want to monitor it some way. So let's just, for argument's sake, you create an alert window. I'm just going to pick this one, okay? You put the filters in and all that. So then you right click, configure, symbol lists. Create new. I'm going to call it Daniel. Okay. Now this is going to pop up. Now here's where you can copy and paste or type this in. Okay. I'm just going to type in one symbol, Macy's. Okay. So, but here's where you can just basically copy and paste the symbols or type in. Okay. I say okay. Now, most of the time, I don't know why it's not all the time. Most of the time, you see this, you have to see the watch list you created. You have to see it in this column. If for some reason it doesn't show up, you have to go to action list, and then you won't have very many, of course. You just have to find it. There it is. Now it's already over there. That's why it's already highlighted. But if for some reason you don't see it, you just left click on it, and it'll move over to this. Okay. Then this drop down. The default is all symbols. This is a drop down, and you just check only the following list and check it. So I do all that before I go on. I can do it again, but okay. So once that's checked, I'm not going to do it. That means now that symbol list that we named Daniel is now attached to this alert window. All right. You can attach Daniel to as many windows, top list windows, and alert windows as you want. All right. Now, and this is what you might want to copy down, because this is not, there's QIWI on the move down here. Earnings play. So anyway, this is where it's not intuitive. You might want to write this down. You want to edit your list. You have to click on Tool, Symbol Lists, and then you find it. You won't have very many. There's Daniel there. I left click on it and edit the list. Now you can edit your list. Once it's edited, you say okay. Okay, so that's not intuitive. You do it a few times, you'll just, you'll know to do it. Okay? And I'm just going to delete you. a look at some of these. 32.14, 32. Nothing for Holly Neal yet. This is what I do, Guy. This is what I do. I am in share. Just one moment, please. All right, so I'm back. So this is what this is something I'm sharing. If you click on scans, you'll see one of them I call pre-market. I have to get rid of some that, where are you? Pre-market actives, okay? There's the link for it, pre-market. And you can also, you can look at all the scans later. If you click on the room icon, looks like a half open folder, click on that. Scans that I share, download, goes to a Word document. Okay, so you can take it all, look at all the scans at your leisure. But this is what I do. Here's my pre-market actives. So we start getting our data at 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And you can start looking, and of course, you know, the obvious thing to do is to sort on the chain. That's the first call, and that's why you can have as many columns as you want. These are, and you know, using a top list is great because of course, if you left click any column, that's how you can sort. But the obvious one at the beginning is just up the most. You know, those are the ones that are you can zero in. But you know, after that, the float, left click, there are the low floaters. One of those down, you know, down here, your eyes aren't necessarily drawn to it. Short float percent. Again, you know, you can just start clicking on these, left clicking quickly, and you can sort on these columns. I like the volume today percent column in the pre-market. This is a great filter to have. Let me just sort it better. Here we come on. Here we go. So what this is doing is, let's just say you saw something that said 90% in the pre-market. That stock is traded in the pre-market 90% of what it normally does all day long. Volume. Okay, so that's what I do. That's morning. Checking obviously the ones that are up the most. Check they're up. You know, is it earnings? Is it ARAV? Such as it was, it did have. So that's what I do. Okay. Meanwhile, VFF, here's another one that I was. Yeah, see, is it halted on the way down? No, halted on the way up. So this may resurrect itself somewhat. The top lists are very, very powerful because you can sort columns, and you're going to see different stocks when you sort on the different columns, things that you've been aware of. All right, guys, boy, interesting comments coming in today. You can see right now, I mean, Holly Neal, remember what I've been saying for a while now, Holly Neal will probably slow down quite a bit as we have fewer earnings plays. So this is the first time we haven't anything from Holly Neal. Meanwhile, PDD, yeah, I mean, so 3181 on that alert right there after the initial alert to let's see what happens when CGIX comes of its halt. I see right now 548, 548. So any astonishing bid ask. TGT, of course, is it's an earnings play and it's a lifetime high. So nothing's going to stop it other than just pure profit taking and all. Finally, a glimmer of hope. This is the cannabis index. 2 green days in a row so far. You have to go before you see that, and especially on ones that move. I mean, here are 2 green days, but okay. So do you have the strategy trades gray? Is that what you have? So can you open this window? All you have to do is AI/Holly strategy trades window. Okay, so just right click. So right click, segments, then you'll get them all in the one window. Okay, there's nothing in Holly Neal. But you know, but this will fill up, or this all at once, okay? So right click, segments. Man, oh man, what a great comeback. I mean, it's still down $6, but nice comeback. All right, CGIX is open, guys. Open for business here. Now that is a big pop. Look at that, at all the way 622. I mean, it's still going to be ED. It's too bad this had to happen. A little short. Don't have very much of this left. The CDC, when it broke down underneath 950. Whew. Yeah, so the problem with the font size manual is that you cannot, it's all or nothing. So pick and choose, but if that doesn't bother you, then tools, options, and in the general, see where it says font? So tools, options, general, it says fonts. And here's where you can start to reduce the font. all the way down to 6 if your eyes are that good. I think 10 is, and you have different fonts. Okay. It'll affect everything. So guys, if you still want to take part in this test drive, you can still do it. And guys, Amarin is, again, 2120 on the alert, 2080 now. So in PAGS, 3211 on the alert, 32 now. Boy, it takes out that 32. Nothing holding it back. This is an earnings play for PAGS. So if you still want to take part in this test drive, you'll get the balance of today and then Thursday and Friday. And the test, let me just get the link for you. If you do want to still take part in it, this has been a 10-day test drive, immensely successful in terms of the signed up. So it'll cost you $8.99, and so you get most of today, 2 days, so about $3 a day. Look at CG. That's a nice comeback. That's a nice comeback. Okay, give me 1 minute, please. Boy, Amarin is just getting smoked here. I mean, there's where it came from last week. About $3 away from that. RLJ is really gapping down now. RLJ, big area to try to hold. Look at that. There's a bottoming tail there, a bottoming tail there. This level, yes, a few days ago, almost the same. It really has to take out 16 though. I mean, look at that. It takes out 6. There's really no support. So guys, this is the slowest day in terms, I mean, there's still lots happening, don't get me wrong, but slowest day with respect to, I mean, there's no Holly Neal alerts, which me is that, for that strategy, which is looking strong trending stocks with lots and lots of volume and relative volume. Nothing is triggering in it today. There are other things happening. PAGS, guys, now underneath 32, PAGS. Talking to myself, I know. Marin. I know it got downgraded earlier, but not today, but here's this little Endo. It's a $250 million in the float, so it's going to take a lot to move it. Did have news. I think I have my alert. You know, this could be interesting tomorrow. I mean, if it can sustain, get closer to 5, and then pop through 5 tomorrow, I mean, just look left. Look what it could do. Yeah, this is an earnings play. LB is an earnings Victoria's Secret, right? I mean, among yeah, you're right. Very critical level for it, though. I mean, if well, there's AMRN, man, through what a great alert there. 2120, 1986. So this hasn't really moved. 1950 move down to 1911 on the initial alert. What's R44? So that is hasn't moved. Barry, let's see, BRY has not taken out 7 yet. Very, very light bunch of alerts so far from the AI. Okay, so ARAV just got on the way down. This is a disaster. All right, guys, I'm just having to want to follow this little email discussion. Okay, so or not an email, a support discussion. I'm just going to put myself on mute for a bit. Okay, I'm back. Boy, look at ARAV. I don't even know too. It's halted again. Still halted, I should say. Shortable. Yikes. Yeah, Cron and well, Cron is CGC definitely though. Wow, CGIX. Whew. That's the good halt. High of the day now, CGX, CGIX. I guess they anticipate a positive vote. All right, I'm going to stick an alert down. 3180 for the PAGs. Yeah, Peloton to short. Okay. Oh, to short it. Why that happened? That was not was accidentally for CGIX. Not yet, anyway. There at 2905, right there. Can you not see it? Not looking. Look at CGIX. Oh. Well, if you could withstand the halt, CGIX in my watch list 595, 7. VFF 659, 6. CYTK pulled back. It did get as high 970 from the 9. Didn't really move. The PDD, man, 3181. What did it get as high as 35? I mean, this wouldn't surprise me if it got all the way down here. I mean, I don't see too much disaster. I mean, I don't see a bounce coming for that one, ARAV. I mean, reading it, oh man, and then diving into what it really, and it's a bunch of nothing. Oh, nice alert from the AI right there, 2905. 2860 for Peloton, PTON on the short. Continuation down. So these are the that made the cut today. Not very many. Got them all? No, don't have them all. So here are the strategies that, based on the profit factor and win percentage, only 3 of them triggered anything. Tons. There's well over 1 million shares at active brokers for Peloton. But the way it's trading, it's like it's halted, but it's not halted now. CGIX, not halted. Okay, so this is, I'll have my alert. Took a paper trade of that, the PAGs, took a paper trade of, still waiting to see if it can take out 32. Or simulated trade. Gotta get used to saying that. So guys, I'm all out of the SDC. I may get back into it if it takes out. Well, I probably have to start looking a little more on the Momo window now. Getting as many, not getting as many alerts so far for the Peloton on the short. Look at Agio. Well, anything can happen. I mean, there's 1.6 million in the float for CGIX. I'm sure it did a reverse split, or at some point anyway. Anything can happen. Look at look at this monthly chart. Look at where it can. All right, got to flatten out of that PGS bags. One moment, please. Okay, I'm back. All right, now the AI doesn't generally get too involved with the ETFs, but there's an ETF right there. Now I don't, I don't trade the ETFs at all, but you for crude, and this is a triple long. So guys, BBIO. Well, look at it. Look at CYTK, guys. Boy, I held it. So again, draw your attention to the fact that the AI, the AI 18 on the buy, and then a next one at 25 on the buy. We're talking a 50%, little bit here, a little bit of chop here, but we're talking $31 now for this B. Again, for people looking for swing ideas out of the AI. Called the bottom here. Yeah, I mean, really right there. Well, this is not a bad one either. The VFF 690 now. Well, pretty big pullback for the CG. Got as high as at 782, pulled right back to 710. All right, is this a IPO? SAQNU. Looks like this is an IPO. $130 million initial public offering at $10. Not too interested in this. So this is an IPO, guys. If you have the halts resumes, most of the time when it's an IPO, it goes up as a resumed. Just a minute, please. Just give me a moment here. All right, guys, I just want to confirm something here. You can still see the screen. Okay, because my YouTube feed did stop. One more option in the YouTube feed to see if that is helping maybe the audio cutting in and out. I don't know if anybody's listening to the YouTube feed. If you tell me, is the audio still cutting in and out? I'm not talking about in the room. I'm talking about the YouTube feed. If you're listening to YouTube, the audio in the room should not be. I'm talking about the actual YouTube feed. Look at Sierra Wireless. This is another one that is back here, guys. It's on my watch list. It just hasn't triggered because is low. But Sierra Wireless is absolutely having a great comeback. This is earnings November 5th. That was the reaction, and it keeps sliding. Finally, 770 held, and nice Sierra Wireless. Yeah, we're trying to fix this on the YouTube, but don't know why it's happening. Well, not a bad alert. UWT 1108, 1128. Risky, not risky, but I mean, it's, you know, if you know anything about ETFs, this is one of those 3 times. So they will be the most active. So be careful. News about the energy sector comes out, that could go one way or the other. I haven't seen an ETF in the AI last time. So the Peloton got, see, on a profit save. Well, guys, this is the first day that it's been, I mean, look, incredible moves in some stocks, but overall, what I'm looking at, the first day in a while that we're starting to, I see the slowdown because we're just not having as many earnings. Again, I'm not saying there aren't still moving, but typically the earnings plays with the strong trends during the day. Okay, yeah. So as far as, so we're coming right to the end of, now this is the last sort of decent week, even though it's not that bad. We only have 200 companies releasing earnings. This week we had about 400. Before was 1,000. The week before was 1,800. That's why, you know, Holly Neal is going to slow down. It's still today, but Holly Neal is going to slow down because what causes stocks to have great moves? Well, they have to have some news usually. And when you have, you know, 1,000 companies releasing earnings, odds a few of them that are going to really have extraordinary volume and have good. We're just not going to see as much now. Thank you, the dreamer. Yes, it is. Yeah, way past 10:30. Okay, guys. So again, if you to the room this morning, this is the format of the room every day. I open the room at 9 o'clock. Kiwi is moving down. Where was the alert here? 1905 now. Okay, there's from my watch list. WI 1956, 1905 now. It's not bad. So I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock. I go to 3 o'clock. Mondays or Fridays. So 9 to 3, Mondays to Fridays. I share my screen. This is not because it's test drive. This is just a typical day. And yes, the room is free, not just because this is the test drive. Now, if you have trade ideas and you would like to see some of my sharing a lot of scans, you can click on the, it's like a half open folder, and scans that I share. The links that I'm going to talk about also, we have our webinar links, my video links, etc. So they're all there also. So when you click on that, go to a Word document, you can look at all those links at your leisure. If you want to see them right now, scan, click on the Scans tab, and they're all, including a layout, not quite the layout you see here, and that's what I was using for the test drive. But again, remember, if you're going to click on this, this is a layout, so make sure your layout, if you have, you save it to the cloud. You can only have one layout, which is okay, as long as you save it, your layout, to the cloud. So that your layout will disappear. You bring it back, of course, but the cloud, you're going to be, and you've spent a lot of time creating your layout, you're going to be very, I know I harp on it all the time, but I get 3 or 4 a day say, hey, how come my layout disappeared? And you say, well, it's okay, because you saved it to the cloud, of course. What do you mean? So I get you guys all the time, okay? Subscriptions. If you click on the subscriptions link, at the bottom here, you will see there are 3 ebooks here that we created. They're all free, all to do with swing trading, longer term trades. A little blurb in one of them. So that's for people who are looking for longer term, not specific stocks, but just what you should be looking for. You can follow me on Twitter at @bbruin44. You should have the latest version of Trade Ideas. There's just a production version. If you don't know what you have, click on Help and it'll tell you the version. You should have 4.2.1, a development version. Okay, so when you click on that link, this is what you're going to see. Okay, so you should now. That'll give you, of course, access to our trading simulator. Look for the single stock window. Take out a subscription right now to Trade Ideas. You can use this promo code, capital letters, instant 15% savings. When you'll be brought to this page. This is how much Ideas will cost. So we basically have 4 plans. We have a premium yearly, $68 a year minus that 15%, or this, get out of here. There we go. $1068 a year minus that 15%. You can also obviously just start off with a monthly plan. You do not have to start off with a yearly plan. In fact, if you don't know this very well, I mean, you probably should just start off with a monthly plan. You can always try 118 less the 15%, or the premium 228 less the 15%. The big difference between standard and premium is the AI. Not that active today, but for during this test drive, it's been super active. Many great percentage increases. 4 or 5 a day, which is tremendous percentage increases. You can within 30 days. So if you want to upgrade from standard to premium, or from a monthly plan, a yearly plan, you can do so, and we'll honor the promo code. To take a look at, so these links here, if you click on, again, section, should have kept going here. So there's my video I do every day. You can take out a demo, but you know what? I mean, it'll cost you, for the balance of today and tomorrow and Friday, still try this out for $8.99. give you access to the entire product, including the paper simulator or the trade and the AI. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit about Brook AI and what is the AI. How do we see what's the reasoning behind why we're seeing these particular alerts today? So what happens is this: we have 50 approximately. I think there are more now, but what we call 50 baseline is not one of them. But if it were, takes a look at all the filters. In the AI strategies, there are way more filters. I would take a look at each filter and maybe make a change to the filter values. You know, maybe changes this to 2 and 60 instead of 1 and 60. Runs the back tester and sees what sort of effect it has on the profit factor and win percentage. Doesn't have any effect at all, maybe goes to another filter and another one and another one. The filter out completely and adds one in. Runs through the routine strategy and basically waiting to the end access to the latest market data. And then tomorrow presented with the strategies that made the cut. Making the cut typically meaning a profit factor of at least 3 and a win percentage of at least 60. Okay, I know there's these ones here are the Holly Neal. Much about the profit factor and win percentage, okay, with Holly Neal. Ones we do. And I'll explain a little bit about the AIs that we have. I wouldn't, you know, we get the question all the time, what's the difference between Holy Grail 2.0 and Neal? To me, there's hardly any difference and Holly 2.0. I wouldn't even worry about it. Yes, Holly Neal looks for stocks that are fast moving, lots of relative volume. You can see right now, nothing is triggered from Holly yet, which is a little, you know, and we've had usually at least 4 or 5, maybe even 6. So again, this is an indication that we're starting to slow down in terms of earnings plays. And I know I harp on that, but that's the reason. Now Brokerage Plus. So you can ask me questions all day long, but you know, this is why I'm here. You can ask me questions about the AI and laid out for you. You can see that when we get an alert, there's the entry. There are the reasons why the AI gets out. Every strategy has a hold period. Now, I say this all the time. This is how this strategy has been optimized for, say, a 60-minute hold period, one for a 45-minute hold period. By the way, if you want to know what quarterback and those sort of things, you know, we do get that. So on the link section, I'm sorry, also, I'm going to have to rearrange this. It's a little probably confusing jumping between. But here's, you know, you can click on this and what the AI is all about. Here is a description of all the strategies, training that we have Monday to Thursday at noon. Here's a link for the webinars, Monday, 5 o'clock Eastern time. These are all archived. This is the one that I attend. I help out. It's the Q&A with Dan and Brad. Trade ideas. Okay. This is here's my daily video link. Sorry. Here's the trade of the week sent to you before the market opens every Monday morning. This summit link, kind of cool. Click on this. We had some interesting presentations a few Saturdays ago. So you can click on this. You can see all the videos. See who the speakers were. See the topics. Something. Just click on it. Watch it. They're all very entertaining. I thought they were all very entertaining. Okay, Brokerage Plus. So Brokerage Plus, if you want to trade your own account, an interactive broker's account, and then you can use this as your order entry screen. So you interactive broker's account, and then this as your order entry screen. And this would be part of your standard service. Okay, so simplest mode, in other words, a standard subscription. In its simplest mode, alert, symbol shows up, you pick how many shares you want to trade, pick the price you want. If you want to short it, you sell. If you want to go long, you buy. These are some hotkeys we have. Flatten, get out of a half your position, double your position, or reverse. Go long to short. These are just ones that I wanted to do a couple in the pre-market, just last, you know, can you actually do any pre-market? You can. These were just ones that in the simulator. Next step, though, is probably what a lot of more people will do instead of doing it, you know, clicking on an alert and sorry, getting here and manual way. This is what we call one-click order entry. And now click on a symbol. Go to the Strategies tab here. Click on the Strategies tab. Here's how you can, I'm sorry, I should back up. When you click on a symbol and you want to notice it says trade. These are all buying and shorting parameters. I believe these first four ones are probably the default, but you can set up your own, of course. And there's how, click on the Strategies tab, right click, new trading strategy, and give it a name. Is it a long or a short? If you want to click, excuse me, all these other tabs up to you to fill in. You know, if you want to only start at a certain time, you can, there's your entry details, order details. So my recommendation is based on a stop loss, but you know, if you want to say X number of dollars per trade or X number of shares per trade, or based on the stop loss, based on the AI stop loss. Now, obviously, I always say this, if you're going to do it that way, you know, you're not going to put $1,000 risk per trade if your account size is 5. So you have to be smart about it. So put in something that is relevant to your account size. And then, you know, is it a limit order or a market order? This is very cool here, the limit offset. So what this is, let's say you want to go long something and it triggers right at, but when you see it, I mean, yeah, it could be moving. Maybe it's 10:01, maybe it's 10:02, maybe it's 10:03. Do you still want to take it? What the limit offset does, it'll tell you, okay, I will take it as far out as, okay, 2 cents. I mean, then that's pretty tight. So if it triggers, take it at 10:02. If you can't get it until 10:03, you won't. So you know, you can make it as tight as you want, or as loose you make it. Well, I mean, a little more risk, moving stock, and you have, you know, it may not matter that much. But that's what this limit offset. If you're shorting, it's just positive. Okay, so if you're on the buy side, it's negative. You know, on the be positive. And then risk management, stop loss, target. I mean, you just basically fill these in time if you want. Again, this is all up to you how you want to fill it in. Once you do, we'll see it here. So then when you click on an alert and you want to trade it, you just pick it based on your own parameters. Okay? So that is, so you can use this both for if you have an interactive broker's account, or actual live trading, or for simulated trading. Everything I just said works perfectly well with simulated trading too, including etc. Now, with simulated trading is starting, if we can get this new accounting system in place by then, or a simulated trading contest every week. So the winner will win $500. And then those 52 winners will be all thrown together and will trade off against each other for a month. The winner of that will win $10,000. Yeah, well, first of all, Simmons, why simulate trading within, why complicate it? Why not just simulator? It doesn't have to be attached to any brokerage platform. Well, that I can't help you with. We basically told people, I mean, why do IB and simulate? I mean, this is all our real-time data, got nothing to do with whatever brokerage reporting that anymore. Now, the other cool thing about the way, well, not so much a simulator, but I mean, if you use trading, let me just show you what I mean. Oh, I'm not muted. Am I muted? Well, I must, yeah, so why a refresh? So that's a port issue then, I guess, with the IB. I just can't help you on that, Simmons. I'm sorry. Why it's not working, I don't know. Yeah, tech support. I'll give you the link live. Don't tell them I sent you. Okay. Just a second. I'll give you the link. But I guess I have to ask a question. Why do you care about paper trading within IB? How we used to do it. Now that you can just do that using our simulator. Why do you care? Out of interest. Well, it'll definitely. Okay. I mean, it's up to you. You can certainly do that. Okay. Well, test the connection with live trading, yes, but paper trading. Hey, listen, it's up to you. Go ahead. I mean, exactly the same, but go ahead. So watch this is. People get really hung up on. Well, I don't want to put a stop in. I hear all market makers, they gun your stops. They can see your stops. One of the cool things, our system for real-time trading, like real, is that let's just say I want to buy. Okay, this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to buy 5,000 at the. Okay, I just bought $5,000 worth of PD at the market. Notice the stop is put here. 20. This is internal to our server. Market maker. Nobody else sees this. Nobody else sees this. This is our. So you don't have to worry. I mean, some people get hung up. I don't like putting stops in because they, quote unquote, they can see it. Gun the out and then move it back. Okay. So there's the stop. Completely valid. And then if you want, you can, of course, move it around right on the chart. But this is only our server sees this. Okay. And why did it take 194 shares? It was based on the stop per trade. I mean, that's a great UWT. What a great alert, really. I mean, I took my eye off the Agio. I was waiting. And you can see right there, I mean, the market is down. The tech sector is up, but excuse me, there's XLE, there's XOP. These are three of the ETFs for the energy sector. So consequently, you know, that's why UWT is working so well. But really, you know, pay a lot of attention to it, okay? Today is Wednesday. What time did that happen? Let's see, on UWT. And when was, yeah. So the energy oil numbers, reserves, I guess, are today. So that's very interesting. So that's exactly when the 30. Again, the AI doesn't typically do ETFs, but that's at 10:30, because obviously there was obviously crude went down or something. That had to be the reason. Just reading your Okay, what am I in? Am I in anything here? I'm going to get out of. It's hard to believe that the stop with shares 150 shares left. Just a minute, guys. We're having some technical issues with our website here, so I'm going to have to put myself on mute. Asking me some questions, so I'm going to have to put myself on mute again. Yeah, guys, I'm on mute. I mean, we're having a real difficulty here. There's people in the room, and we're down about 200 people. So we're just trying to fix this. Hopefully, I get it fixed for tomorrow. You in the room are okay, but we're just getting people saying, "How come I can't get into the room?" So, anyway. Oh man, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Trevor feels stupid. You can't find my list. What are you? Yeah, I know that was an issue site for whatever reason. Ooh, boy. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. I mean, I'm horribly distracted. I'm talking with our tech support. I'm trying to talk to Sebastian, who is the developer of the room. And hear me, Trevor. I mentioned this morning, Avaya. Wow, Avaya is an earnings play, and it is moving down to support maybe 20 or so. The initial reaction pre-market, then it gapped up a little bit above yesterday's close, negative EVYA. I have time, yes. Okay, look at Amarin. My goodness, Amarin. Where's the alert? It wasn't here. I thought, yeah, it was $20 now, just hit underneath 20. My watch list right here. Diageo is starting to inch its way down to 37.26, 673 now. This is a short. Well, it's not so much affecting the market. It affects what we do, though. I mean, obviously, ways there are, the more opportunities that we can find stocks that are good trend moves with lots of volume. Okay, simple. That's why if you've been following in the room, Holly Neal alerts today, which is the first day in a long time. There may be some later on, I don't know. But the reason why is that Neo needs stocks that are really moving and volume. Typically, when you have a lot of stocks that have earnings, typically that's what happens those days. You know, stocks are very, very alive, volatile, the whole bit. So, you know, this week we only have 400 companies releasing earnings, and a lot of small ones that really nobody's heard of. So it affects our trading. I'm not saying it's going to affect the overall market, but it affects because, you know, we don't see as many stocks with as many. I'm not saying there aren't, but you know, it's not quite. I mean, you can just see. I mean, look, there's no Holly Neos today whatsoever. Just going to that's just going to a website. You know, you can go to sites out there. You know, go. I think I went to Finviz, but many websites out. earnings websites. Next week it's only 200. Last week before was 1,800. That's earnings season. You know, earnings season every 3 months. But as you know, so that first week you get quite a few up, and then eventually it dwindles down to next to nothing, and then the whole cycle starts again. So it makes it interesting. Okay, a word WT. Notice that the AI is out. So I don't have the strategy it came from, but you see, all these strategies have a 45 minutes, 60 minutes. In fact, let me tell you, 10:30. So obviously this was a 45-minute hold period, okay, for this strategy. You can tell right there. So I don't know if it was quarterback or doesn't really matter what it was. Minute hold strategy or hold period. Now, that's the way the strategy is. However, you as an individual, why would UWT now? Look how it's trading. Okay. Eyes still looking good. So just because the AI got out, that constantly tell everybody, you know, you want to auto trade the entries, manage the exits. Man and machine together, working together. Because why would you get out of this? I mean, it's still, you may want to take out some as it may be stalling a bit, but why would you? Still working. Okay. What a day. Sierra Wireless, guys. So Sierra did a trigger 866. Again, this is another one on the comeback trail. I mentioned this a little earlier today. Comeback trail. Beaten up by earnings. Down day after day after day. But it's had, this is the fourth nice day in a row. Again, a little bit on the comeback trail. Okay, did that make sense, my explanation about why, you know, you didn't have to UWT just because this is a timed exit? Okay, so I'm trying to answer your question now. So you're saying that it's stop. Trying to answer your question now on that one where you said. So Trevor, you're not in the room. I'm assuming you're not. You can't hear me, but I don't see an answer from you. So I know it's been a while ago. No, it was an issue. Something happened on our web. The usual where it said enter trading room or something like that. Unless area and you had to know it was there before, it didn't show. It was an issue for everyone, even me. But I just knew it was there. I thought, hey, move the mouse there, and it popped up. Obviously, people knew. Older people, they might not realize to do that. So yeah. All right, PAGS just triggered for me here. Why did it trigger? Let's see, PAGS. Oh, no. Oh, I see. Yes, I wanted a break on that 32. Look at it now, guys. Well, I'm sure glad this doesn't happen last Monday when we started. I am just completely swamped right now, guys, trying to and the developer of the room and our tech guys. So I apologize. My focus is definitely not in the trading. PAGS on the way down here, though. I want to make sure, though, everybody understood what I was talking about with the UWT and why you didn't have to get out. Okay? Just because this was a timed exit, this strategy has a timed exit, but my 100% belief is that you should take a look at each on its own, okay? Yes, the strategy was strategy, but look at each individual stock on its own. Why would you get, why? Well, I'm not, okay, TM, I mean, I'm just talking, until a sell signal on the chart, there was no reason to get out. is mainly directed to people who are so gung-ho about auto trading. And I'm not, I mean, if you're, my whole feeling, but if you're going to, maybe just do it on the entries. The exits on your own. So what else has happened here? 738. Look at the volume, 13 million shares. The people are really trying to get. This is a potential swing, guys. I mean, this SW. I mean, it's at like a bunch of. It's taken out last week's lows or high. Sorry. Room. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still. I mean, it's still valid. If I were going to swing it, I could see it close near the high of the day. Give the confidence. It's not just. I mean, this is not just a 2-day wonder. And can start to feel that would be my take on the SDC. What was the high here? I'm all out of it now, but the high was 954. So I don't see it close at least up in this area. I would not want to see it start to give it and then say, yeah, I'm going to swing it. That's my impression anyway. This is pretty cool, guys. I mean, again, I know over this over and over and over again, but the UWT, but it's the entry time coincided exactly for the oil numbers. Okay, at 10:30 every Wednesday they come out, coincided, and we don't, the AI does not often get into ETFs, but that's why it happened right at. Now there's the first big topping tail for UWT. So, I mean, if you were still in this, at this point, you might start to say to yourself, okay, there's the first topping tail. You know, up to that point, it was just straight up on the 15. So at this point, you might take some out. I shouldn't be saying that. You know, you have to do what you want to do. But this, I'd be starting to look at that and go, okay, maybe this little dash is over. And I can say, you know, for me, the number of soundlers I'm getting way down. This is the first in a long time. And unfortunately, it's going to, well, I don't want to say worse, but I mean, we will not have as many, I mean, going forward over the next few weeks. It's that simple. Does not mean we will not find things to trade, but just as many. Which sometimes, you know, you can concentrate on fewer stocks, but it's just the way it is when you get out of earnings season. You did it, D Miles. Your fault, because up to this point, it's been AI, you know, and my window. Well, my window, I guess, you know, I have to admit, good alerts today. But we had many. I mean, we had many, probably every day. We used to probably about 4 or 5 ones that were up big percent, which is really what we're looking for. So Amarin, AMRN, is almost a green bar ignored for me. Thanks. Okay, so that was a topping tail, but what time is it? 11. I mean, this may not be a topping tail. I mean, if it closes up here, obviously disappear. Another 9 minutes for this candle to close, less candle to close. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Jeez. I'm not I'm not a programmer. Oh man. Okay. What is happening here? How's VFF doing? Just not a bad one. I mean, 689 still has room. Probably will still be on the west for tomorrow. I'm just going to get out of this. Again, these were just done. This, especially the the ARAV, just to show. I wanted to actually do some trading in the pre-market with our simulator, DJIX and the ARAV. Sierra Wireless SWIR continues here. Man, this is getting very interesting. Yeah, not horribly. It's just basically had a little pop on the pre-market, and it's just kind of holding its own here. You're right, not horribly. I don't know if financing price yet. I know they talked about a 3.2 financing. I don't know. I can't see anywhere where it's actually announced. Back to normal tomorrow, guys. I see another from you, David. Yeah, hopefully everything is back to normal on the login. It wasn't just the fact that for whatever reason the enter trade room was invisible. There was a anyway, hopefully it's all rectified by tomorrow. Yes, MX. Just noticing here. Yeah, Cantor. Yeah, a bit of an upgrade for CTMX. Relatively low flow, 44 million. I mean, it's medium in our world, probably like a medium float. And of course, chart all the way up to the 8-9 level. On the daily, stall coming up, around the 640 level, 7 level. So you always have to look at different time frames. A lot easier on the weekly, it's right to there, but you look at that daily around 7. Yeah, we're looking for not as many alpha stocks today. That's all. There's that RLH, guys, still hanging in there. Lots of room, of course, if it wants to keep filling in this void. Yeah, see the CGIX. This little pop out of some consolidation. A little consolidation there, little pop. All right, guys. Rick. Okay, so yeah, I do have the test drive still here. You know, you only have a couple of days left, but you know, if you think it's worth a day for you to try us out, try out our simulator, check out the AI and offer, then you know, but it does end on Friday. And today is for the test drive. Okay, so I will put it on surf mode. Surf mode, you can see exactly what happened. It went to the top one there in the AI that I've got. It'll go through the top three symbols as I have them sorted. This can change around, of course. Then it'll go to a top list window. It's gone to my spider sector list. You can see it tells you the top list window that it's in. Again, of course, these symbols, top list windows get updated every 30 seconds. So when it goes back, because it'll keep cycling through every single top list window that you have, you know, those three that it first saw, they could be different stocks. And it'll keep doing that. A chart, it'll pause it, and you can, wow, that's not a bad one. LAIX, earnings play down. Look at this one. Anyway, you can go to a chart, it'll pause the surfing, back off the chart. And again, it's just a way you can kick back, some load everything for you. And then again, you can just say, yeah, I want to trade that. And you can pause it, trade it, and then resume. Of course, this is just a toggle on and off. Or if you click on a symbol, it'll stop the. Okay, so I'll be back at around 12:30. Okay, now I'm not sure I was on, maybe I was on complete mute. Yes. Man, first time this week that still 8,000 shorts available for at IB for KRTX. I just can't get behind these cannabis plays. It has to give me, this has to, this is maybe if it gets all through this and really starts to put in a nice move, but interesting move. H, Celsius. I won't make the comment. Celsius, let's see, what sort of room does it have? 514 room, 35 million in the float. Nice little break here on that. It's not an earnings play. November 7th had earnings. November 7th. Looks like this was the day. Had an interesting 29. So it is now through the 200-day moving average again. Below, and now it is up above the 200-day moving average. Only a penny. Let's say the 5 level. Okay, still a little move, a little H. The one I'm really interested in is the ENDP. Not so much right now, but if it takes this out, this 5, especially if it can do it and hold it, and then look left, look at the chart. There's the big stall. Of course, I'm not saying it's going to get there, but a lot of potential if it can crack through this. It did have a little bit of news today, so. CGIX is still not dead, guys. Little pullback right there. To see what this one does tomorrow. So I had earnings, okay, CGIX. They also are looking to try to sell themselves, merge for grabs, and no, there's another headline, sorry. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if this cracks 100, this KR. Okay, Sam, so if you do this, you're watching me? Just want to make sure you're watching me before I tell you. Okay, so if you click on the links, okay, click on the links, and you see where it says Holly Strategy Descriptions, you can click on that, and that'll give you an idea about what each one is looking for, okay? Just a minute, please.